I know what you want to do here, Max. I think it's a bad idea. We need to trust in the speed of this machine and stay ahead of them. Stay ahead of trouble. Look at this wonderful Naomi CIA agent. I'm sure she can solve all kinds of problems. She seems like a very competent gal. See what she did during that firefight? Isn't that right, Naomi? No, slap her on the shoulder.
She doesn't respond to that. Okay.
I'm sure 2 United States Army soldiers with combat MOSs is just what she needs to get back in completely undefended town.
You know, it's better than 2 U.S. Army soldiers. Is a 3rd U.S. Army soldier.
Okay.
And so I'll Max kind of goes over to what is it? It's Stone, Steven, and Rogers are. Or no, Rogers is going with her because he's got the radiation poisoning. He'll go to the other.
So it was Anderson and Stevens were the 2 that Lulu wanted to send, because that's one with radiation poisoning and one who was dehydrated but is rehydrated now.
So he'll go over to Stone, like basically the others who aren't going with him. Like, all right, which one of you? Any volunteers, basically.
So Rogers and Stevens want to go together because they were together previously, or okay. Anderson and Stone want to stay together.
Okay,
like they'll break up if you like. To
I think we should send them all, Max. Just keep that unit together. Keep their family. This isn't a combat situation. You know what? PFC's
fuck off, specialist. Who wants to go with the CIA agent, and who wants to stay with us?
So, given the choice, Anderson and Stone definitely want to go with the CIA agent.
Okay.
Because they're still intimidated by Lulu because she killed the LT they were with previously. Not that they were like.
That's not how I remember telling them what happened.
The official story. Yeah, but there was also the moment where you were like, "Hey, Max, why don't you come over here and speak with me privately?" And I went, "No thanks."
I believe I did it one more time after that, and I've done it twice this episode, and you still kept doing that.
So PFC right. Rogers and Private Stevens will stay where where if they're told to go, they'll go. If they're told to stay, they'll stay. They don't have any particular lean either way. But Anderson, if you're breaking up, Anderson and Stone definitely want to go with Agent Davison.
Right.
And I basically want her to have one competent individual with her that didn't get shot and doesn't have radiation poisoning.
I agree. I tell all 4 of them to go.
Okay.
Then I look at Max to see if he countermands my order.
You can order these guys around all you fucking want. They don't have to obey you. You are not their superior officer. I cannot stress that enough.
You don't outrank Anderson. I look at Anderson.
That's why I said, who wants to go? Who wants to stay?
I am volunteering all 4 of them to go.
Okay.
Congratulations. Well, do you guys want to go or stay? Like
so Rogers took a round in that last combat, so he would at least like it if someone could use the unclaimed personal med kit to heal his wounds.
I'm pretty good at doing stuff like that. I'll do it.
I understand, Specialist, that you see people as baggage rather than useful assets, but this mission to blow up the bridge.
There you go. For some reason, I'm a pickup truck, but yeah, I did it.
All right. Okay. Cool. He's down to 2 wounds. That's fine. So Davison does say to you, like, I get, Specialist, that you're all about, you trust machines more than people. I can read that about you. That's why I want my radio. That machine could save lives.
Sure. Just not mine.
All right.
Do I get a vote in this?
You know what, Mike? You are not even close to a member of the U.S. military.
Oh, I'm going to go with the spook if you don't mind.
Fuck. That's really bad because I consider him to be more useful than Max.
Wow.
Hey, previously I was like, Max is my best buddy, and then Max was like, I don't trust you. Now I'm like, all right, I fucking
because you fucking murdered a guy.
He was like, oh man, oh everything's broken down. Ah!
Yeah, you know what he's doing? He's doing what you're doing right now.
No, yes, I know. I'm doing it on purpose. It's ironic.
So basically,
Hey Lulu, you want to come over here and talk to me in private?
I understand that you don't want to take the
Mikotosh was
Polish.
right there with us.
I don't. I understand why you don't want to take the Polish refugees with you, but if we can delay them getting run over by the Reds, I'm all for it.
We can't take responsibility for them.
I understand. Let them go about their way, but we have to do what we can to make sure that they don't take a tank up the ass.
You need to be very clear in your understanding that tanks will come through here. It's just whether it's in 3 days or tomorrow.
Yes, that's what I'm
the
saying.
refugees are probably going to start heading south towards Zwashu? Where
we just
you
tell them
went.
that there's a Soviet tank guarding Sierras.
Well, they can go straight south. They won't go through Sierats. They'll hump it across.
We tell them everything they need to know, that there's radiation, and there's bandits to the west along the South Road, and I'm like, all right, fine. If Mikotaj is going to Yuzhou, we're going to. I start heading towards the truck, and you can ride in the back, Jaeger. Mike, you're with me. You're riding shotgun.
All right, let's go.
Okay, could I please have a driving roll at -1 because of the rain?
-1. It's still raining? What is this, Poland?
This is
It rains like a couple of months out of the year.
It's dog shit. I roll again. Still dog shit.
Okay, that's right. It's not a mishap. That's what's important. So, just checking travel. Because if it's a mishap, you got to roll. You got to damage your vehicle. But I don't think it's not that.
Before we get to the bridge, I would like to use because I have binoculars. I want to see just how far off these tanks are.
If you can see them with the binoculars, we're fucking turning around.
We're in trouble.
We're not going to cross the bridge with tanks looking at us.
That's exactly why I'm doing the precaution.
All right, I buy that. I
didn't roll 26.
Oh, shit. Oh. They're looking right at us.
So I don't know why. I don't know why that was for the 6th guard. That was just the last token I selected. I think that's why it said that. That's whatever token you selected is what it seems to roll against. Yeah,
it's how we're all pickup truck.
That's right. Okay. So while you're driving, so you've gotten to effectively the sex here driving. And a bit of the road, like as you drive over it, suddenly gives way. Like effectively, there'd been it had subsided, but the amount of rain and mud had made it look like there was still road there. So suddenly your right wheel dips down and the car skids. So the people that are in the back, so it's pretty much you, Spoon. I'd like you to make a mobility check, please.
I mean, and a CIA agent and all
and the agent and all those guys. Yeah, but I'm worried about Clay.
And the still.
I love the idea that the conversation in the front is like, so have you met Rachel from Friends? She was in your city.
Was Friends out in the 90s?
Yes.
Oh snap! No. Let me get my 90s book out. I'm totally bugging, Mike. I've never met Rachel from Friends.
What about Ross? Have you met Ross?
I have met Will Smith. I was actually a background dancer on Getting Jiggy with It.
Which one is Will Smith? Is that Chandler?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No. I
Okay.
don't know this one. It
Wild
must come in
Wild
the later
West,
seasons.
Men in Black.
I don't know if Men in Black would be around by then, would it? Men in Black was like early 2000s, wasn't it?
Was it? There's no way. Men in Black was definitely out before the 2000s. 1997.
Oh,
StarCraft
really?
Brood
Oh,
War.
shit.
Yeah. I'm like, Men in Black. You've seen Men in Black. We're America. Where if this was civilizations, we'd be winning a cultural victory. You've definitely seen Men in Black.
We have the we just got the Barbie.
Independence Day? We put that shit on everything. We love Independence Day. What is happening right now? There's so many rolls happening in the background.
Some of these people are falling out of the truck. That's what's happening.
No, this is important. I need to look this up. Because this is a real thing that happens in Poland. Hang on. Okay, so for example, you mean Homens de Negro? Yes, I've seen this one.
What?
Did you just translate into another language
Men in
as
Black.
a bootleg?
No, so in Poland, they name movies so fucking stupid. Like, for example, Die Hard is called Glass Trap because he walks on glass, right? So the second Die Hard movie is called Glass Trap 2, and it has nothing to do with glass. So,
Amazing.
so
We all blow up, James. This is what happens.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you what happens. So the vehicle skids like down a slight embankment, but thankfully its progress is arrested by a tree. So it's not a serious crash. Now, how did you go with your mobility roll, Spoon?
I passed.
You passed. Okay, so you and Anderson, you and Rogers avoid getting thrown out of the back of the truck. The other three are all thrown out, not seriously, and not the agent. They do take some bumps and scratches as they do that. The tree certainly messes up the front of the truck, not undrivably so. It took some damage. It didn't even actually damage, like it's still got effectively armor. It didn't ablate the armor off. But when you get out and check the truck over, you've put a hole in your fuel tank. Now, the good news is that as long as you're below half your fuel load, it won't run out. But if you try and fill above half, any excess will just run out of the hole.
Great.
oh,
This seems
did we
exceedingly safe.
take a turn to recover the guns?
Not yet.
We didn't need a turn to do that. The reliability's down, but they're unjammed.
They're unjammed, but they're not.
All right.
Okay, so
All right. I look at Mike in the passenger seat, and I go, "Do not smoke around this vehicle." End of story. None of you. If any of you smoke,
and it's not even gasoline either. It's methanol. So it's ethanol. Sorry, too. So
yeah. You're gonna get that. You're gonna ignite the fumes, and we'll all die.
Good news, we can use the car to blow up the bridge.
We need the plastic explosive for this car. Oh, I just start getting the car back on the road.
You not have joke in America. What's wrong?
I don't have a sense of humor. It says so on my character. I didn't choose who I am, Mikataj.
Land
I didn't
of the
choose
free.
who to be. I was handed a pre-generated life, okay? And I do what I can to live with it.
Land of the free, home of the non-humorous.
All right. So be able to get the truck back on the road, and you continue on. So I'm just going to track your fuel. So you're down to 26 liters remaining now.
Well below half. Perfect.
Okay, so when you get to the edge of town, give me a recon roll, please, Spoon.
He's done great with these so far.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
Continue to pass.
Yep. It is
That's not how I remember
decidedly
things, but okay.
No, my recon rolls have been great. My combat rolls have been terrible.
It is so the town is conspicuous in its vacancy. Like, armed forces were definitely here, but there has been no attempt to hold this town. No barricades have been erected. No troops are here right now. The place is like a ghost town. That being said, though, the amount of debris from fighting here pretty much means that the pickup truck isn't going to be easily able to drive. Like, you to get to where she says her gear is, you'll have to walk it.
Okay.
And if you suggest that, like one of the other times, like I recommend that at least somebody stays. If we're going to leave the truck, someone should stay with it.
I think we're going to leave all 4 of our grunts with the truck, and then the 3 of us and Davidson are going to go pick up the stash.
I hate to say it. Ironically, it might be best to leave Lulu with the truck to repair it and all of the unreliable weapons. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so James, we're going to split the party.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Or something.
I mean, a lot of the buildings have been demolished, but you can probably find something. You can see like the remains of a department store, which the building's not fully intact, but you can still climb to the top of it.
Okay. I just remember my first mission in XCOM 2 when I was on the roof and then it got blown up and
Gatekeeper.
Is there a particular department store chain in Poland that's quite popular?
Just Macy's.
Rossmann, Bedronke.
Okay.
It's like a grocery. It means ladybug. So,
all right. Give me a mobility check, please, Henry, to get into position.
Oh, I'm going to get in position. That's under.
You made it real weird.
That's agility.
I don't have a lot of mobility. Is there like a take 10 in the system?
There is not. There is. That's what pushing is for.
Sir, take 10.
Ooh, that rollover from
this Pathfinder player here.
Hey, there you go. So
turns out you took 20 instead.
Yeah.
Failed 19 times.
It's not. Pathfinder's not the only system to have a take 10. I'm pretty sure World of Darkness had the take 10 as well. Like you could just take longer to do it and then you'd get it done. So yeah.
It had the system where if you worked out, you had like enough dice that the average was like more than twice what you required you'd need to roll.
Yeah, you could buy successes basically. Buy
successes, that's right. Yeah, exactly. All right, so you can see from the clock tower here, Henry, that there's nothing around. There's no sign of problems anyway. No forces, no nearby battles even from what you can see from like 3 levels up.
Okay.
Stories up. Okay, so she begins leading Max and the 4 soldiers through the streets to where her gear is. So AP, are you driving off on the gun for dead, or are you repairing the guns?
I'm repairing the truck and all the guns.
Truck.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Did you say, are you driving off and leaving them for dead? Yeah. I wasn't considering it until you mentioned it.
That's what I assume would happen if Lulu got left on her own with the truck.
Yeah, no, I was actually going to suggest before we leave, purely for defensive purposes, that we leave at least one of the other infantry grunts here with Lulu.
No, Lulu's fine on her own.
Mm.
Should display maximum force strength. You shouldn't send us non-combatants into the field, Combat MOS.
Look, man.
That's specialist, PFC.
Okay, specialist.
You're the one who made a big deal about all of this.
Yeah,
you're
Dad,
trying to pull
fight.
rank on me.
I'm like underneath the truck while this conversation. You're like, oh no, and I'm
walking away after Davidson.
So I guess I'm staying with Lulu then.
I'm like, Mike, go. They're gonna need you. You're good at shooting.
From the clock tower, you can see both. So if she gets into trouble, you can snipe.
Okay.
Where she
Let's
is.
start driving off. She can take the tires out. Screwing everyone.
Yeah. Put a round through to the engine box so we all die together.
Oh, that's right. We're Black Hawk Down again.
Single tear rolls down my face as I think about Rachel from Friends as I put a bullet in the back of your head.
AP, first off, give me a. So with the truck, there's two things to repair now. Now, you can only do one of these things in a single shift.
Sure.
There is patching the gas tank.
Yep.
There is recovering the truck's reliability. It's down to 2 of 5 right now.
Oh,
Ooh.
holy shit. Yeah, let's do that first. We
Okay.
don't
Yeah, I
have
think
enough gas in the gas tank to make a difference.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a tech roll to repair the reliability.
Love the idea that you make it so reliable. It has a roll cage. It rolls, but then all the gas comes out of the gas tank.
Now I have combat engineer, which gives a +1 to tech rolls for metalworking, forging, casting, molding, or smelting. Can I
I'll take that.
really stretch that? All right,
No,
perfect.
that's fine. Look, combat engineering includes vehicle repair, so
Perfect.
I totally forgot about my rifleman specialty in the fight.
oh
too.
yes. Okay, that succeeds.
All right, I'm not gonna push that.
Cool. So it's up to
You literally can't.
No.
yeah, you can't because you don't re-roll ones or successes.
Yep.
So, okay, so I've put it back up to 3 reliability. Okay, now what guns needed repair?
Both of my
Well, you can unjam no problem, but do you want to
I want to recover their
Okay.
reliability. Everybody else took their guns with them, I assume, so I'm only recovering mine. But in the end, I really just care about my guns at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
I
else has
probably
a
would have
functional firearm.
That's why I would have left. I would have stayed down there with her so she could tinker with the SVD.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
All right.
I mean, you can still Overwatch with an AK. It's not as accurate. I mean, you can even probably pull the scope off the SVD. It's not zeroed in for an AK, but it would still be more than nothing.
It's more like I'm keeping an eye out for signs coming
Okay.
from a further distance more than anything.
So I'm going to move on to Spoon AP, but while I'm doing this, you can just roll a tech roll for each of the 2 guns. Each success recovers 1 reliability.
I need to do a third because I need to do his SVD, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yes.
Okay, so I'm doing 3
So
guys.
Spoon, while he's doing that, and you're making your way through with the soldiers, could you please give me a recon roll at -2? Okay, so what was your recon roll? That was
That was a
mishap.
fail.
Fail. Okay.
Yeah.
I
happy
got
with
a
that?
success on. Okay, never mind.
So success is 1 reliability back. That's fine.
Yeah.
So if you push it, you can roll a d6. You've only got a 17% chance of getting a success, and you will take a point of
A point of stress.
further stress. It's up to you.
I'll re-roll it because the best thing that happens is I get a success. The worst thing that happens is I get an extra point of stress.
How about 2 successes?
That's me.
Oh, that's
that was
awesome.
my roll. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Cool. You get a point of stress.
Yep.
All right. Now I see to roll. Start rolling some d6s. So Spoon, roll me a d6. Okay.
Hey.
I need to now roll some d6s. So start with Anderson, Stone, Taylor, Stevens, Agent. Okay, roll me a d6, Spoon.
Your SVD's back to 100%.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Anderson,
5 for me.
Taylor,
Yeah, I'm really good at my job.
Stone.
Wow, they are knocking it out of the
Stevens.
park here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So suddenly, Stevens, there is a loud explosion
Oh shit.
as Stevens steps on a mine.
Yeah.
So he's already that's enough to kill him. He's already injured as well. So
He didn't put the shield underneath his foot and blast off in the air.
Yeah.
it blows his legs off. I need to make an explosive attack against everybody else though in the group with a mine's explosives. So this is against you, Spoon. So if I get a success on any of these rolls, you will take damage from the flak. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
So this
All
is
right,
against
Mike,
you.
we're leaving.
Okay. So I've got
away.
so you've
Bye,
been
Felicia.
hit with the flak.
Okay.
Okay, against Anderson has been missed. Stone has been missed. And against the agent has been missed. So it's only you got some flak. Okay,
Yep.
so damage at this range from a mine is 2. You
Got
get
it.
1 for yourself, so you'll just take 1 point of damage.
Got it.
It doesn't trigger
All
a crit. But yeah, but Stevens is toast.
I come out from underneath the truck and I look at Mike and I go,
Yeah, so you
This
guys hear
town
an
is-
explosion.
this
in the
town is
distance.
da bomb. And then I go back under and keep fixing the fuel tank.
So like everyone sort of like looks at you. You go like, what do we do?
Walk backwards in your own footprints.
I look at Davidson. How far is it to your stash?
35 meters that way. That building over there.
Go first.
So looking at these buildings, they're like ruins and rubble, right?
Yeah.
Is it possible to like traverse from one building to the other and like not walk out on the street, basically?
Yeah, it will require mobility rolls.
Okay.
To do so.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said, all right, let's get into the building and try and climb through them, like climb through the rubble. Ostensibly thinking, well, they probably just mined the roads.
All right, and so one of the other
Go
guys grabbed your attention.
right through a doorway. You could trip over a claymore.
Yeah.
so Anderson's like, private, look back here. And he points back like, you guys have actually like traversed through about, like he points to like where you can spot another mine. So you're halfway through the field.
Right.
So
Yeah, we got just far enough to be right in the center of the minefield before someone stepped on one. It was like, you can't roll that cinematically. Like that's pretty great.
Yeah. So it's going to be a recon roll at -1 to get you to a place where you're not in a minefield hex.
Okay.
I love I'm just getting flashbacks to 7 Days
Success.
to Die now.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so you managed to make your way into the building. It looks like they've only mined the roads, like you said.
Okay.
So at this point, see, there's two types of Soviet mines you're familiar with at the moment. There's the OZM7 mines, which are like same as an American mine, like you put it in the ground, you pull the pin, you set it, you walk away. And there's these little plastic mines that they fire from artillery that basically spray over an area, and they can't be picked up by metal detectors. So this is the former type. So these have been purposely set by soldiers on the ground, and they've left buildings. Okay, then it's a mobility check to get to her stash. Now, are you all trying to go, or is just one of you going ahead to try and do this? If she wants to, she'll tell you where it is.
Yeah. I think I'll go ahead. If she'll tell me where it is, I'll go ahead and grab it.
Okay.
Gonna push that for sure.
Man, this pickup truck is doing some work today.
Oh, that rollover. Rob,
That's
Robbie,
rough.
D6.
Okay.
This is how many legs you lose.
I went from I lose four.
Okay.
4 legs.
Okay, like you're jumping from window to window. You land in the street, but thankfully you don't land on a mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you you climb in. Now you find what we said it was. You pull it apart. So there is a handheld American radio. There is a Glock 19 with a silencer. There is a kilogram of it's a kilogram of plastic explosive.
Okay.
And then there are just like a couple of like there's some bundled up like maps and orders, and two things of water, 2 things of food, field rations.
Okay.
Any bipod in there, maybe?
Yeah, for the Glock 19 with the silencer, just put it on the front.
Yeah, you hit, what was it? You hit commando, general commander or something like that. You get a bipod on your knife.
So they get basically it all goes into the backpack, except for I want to take a look at the maps and the orders real quick.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, so so a lot of these orders, you obviously can't encrypt orders, but they're also very much done in like not a code, but
yeah,
it's designed to be hard to interpret. But effectively, the CIA here have been their primary goal is to make sure that the local populace stays against the Russians, and that effectively, that they have collaborative assistance from the local populace, to identify where there might be groups about to turn to join the Russian side, but also pretty much like they're on like sabotage missions. So they've been handing out things like weapons and explosives to partisan groups who would then go and use them to, cripple or delay Soviet advances as such.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they were her original standing orders. But there's also like a code book that relates to Operation Reset. That if you had a code and you were briefed on Operation Reset, you could then effectively translate what that code meant.
Gotcha. Okay. But these are things that I do not have. Is what?
No, you've got them. It's longing, rusted, 17.
Train car.
What about the Konami code? Try that one.
Up, down, left, right, BY start. I don't think you can use that for the code book.
Yeah, down, right, like heavy punch.
I think it works better with an SNES or an arcade system.
All right. So yeah, we'll put it all into the backpack and work my way back.
Yeah. So it's going to be a mobility roll to get out of the minefield now, since you know the safe area.
Hey guys, I got him.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, push it.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god. Okay, roll me a d6.
As you're walking, you just hear someone say,
"Living on the edge."
Solange, Rajavi, Simnadstat.
The only thing we get back is a severed hand holding a bottle of water. It's like, yep.
So I will say that nobody goes to recover Stephen's rifle or ammunition by default.
Yeah,
I gotta tell you, that's literally the safest place. You know that there's no other landmine in that area.
Yeah, but no one wants to go near like the remains. If anything,
Lulu will do it for you if you need.
Probably Rogers goes and claims his dog tag, and
I mean, if you're there, get the fucking rifle. Jesus. The ghost of Lulu appears over his shoulder.
Yeah, okay, I'll tell you what. He at least grabs the M16. He's
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Later in this game, we're gonna need one AK. We're not gonna have it.
I mean, we've got what, like 6 now?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is we'll need one more. We'll be in negotiations with that local warlord.
And they'll be like 7 AKs. I'm like, fuck.
Damn it, Stevens. You're fucking worthless. He goes and gets his dog tags. Jesus. That's what he's worried about?
Okay, so it is now the afternoon. For that, so you drove through the morning, so you said the afternoon. So it's the start of the evening shift.
All right. I look at everybody and go, "Where's Stevens?"
I mean Rogers.
Yeah, where's Rogers?
Hold on a sec. It was Stevens.
Stevens. No, I was right, Jaeger. Rogers. I pointed to Rogers up, but Rogers is right there, Jaeger.
And I said, that's the joke, man.
Do you not know what our soldiers look like? Do you just not care?
I'm not the one who tried to leave them behind.
I'm right fucking here.
All Americans fight like babies sometimes.
Where is he?
He's dead.
Yeah,
There's a minefield.
Oh, great. This is the best mission we've ever had. Where's the fucking radio?
Yeah.
Yeah? We got any orders or useful intel or plastic explosives or...
Yeah, I've got the explosives right here.
And she chocolate.
She turns the radio on and she tunes it a bit. Initially all you just hear is the scratchy radio sound.
Yeah. 17
scratchy radio
logging.
sound, disco polo, scratchy radio sound, disco polo.
Before so she tunes a bit and then you do hear an American voice just saying numbers and letters.
Oh fuck, we're going old school.
Yeah. And so she could someone give me a pen.
Is this the fucking Cold War?
Yeah, I think Jaeger pulls out a pencil and hands it to her.
Okay, so she quickly jots these numbers it goes for about 50 numbers and letters, and then it just says Operation Reset, and then the same thing repeats. And she like takes that and takes the. I mean, I'm assuming you gave her the rest of her gear, Spoon.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Takes like the code book, and she sits in the back of the pickup. Or I don't know. It depends if you're leaving town before the night shift, because you've still got the evening shift. You want to drive somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to get the fuck out of here, right?
Want to get back to Turek, right?
Well, I mean, we're gonna get farther than Turek.
So,
Not much
which bridge do
farther.
you want to blow up?
We can
Which
only
bridge do you
move
wanna
4
blow up?
hexes, right?
That's off road. You can move 9 hexes on road.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, then
so
we're
we
gonna
can-
fucking try to blast past Conan then.
Although it depends how much fuel you've got, because you're down to 20.
Oh no, we can't do any of this. We have to stop and blow up the
26
bridge.
liters. Yeah.
No, which
so-
bridge do you want to blow up though? Because you could blow up the further bridge.
Yeah, we don't know if we
Conan.
can make it to the further bridge.
So we have basically 6 or 7 hexes of gas left. Which
That's 7.
actually,
Yeah, that's past the bridge.
that gets us to the other side of the bridge at Conan.
Well, we can chop some trees.
Yeah.
All right, we got to make a decision depending on this intel whether we're going to try to dash for Conan and blow up the bridge there. All that'll stop the tanks, but it's not going to stop the artillery.
Well, it's gonna depend on what Davidson can get out of this broadcast.
So she's going to start driving while she
We all-
goes the broadcast.
We all turn to look at her while we wait for her to finish it.
Okay. I mean, she's like referring back and forth to her.
Yeah,
notes, and
I
then
order all
book
the
is
other
actually
soldiers to turn and look at her too. Look at her. Everyone stare at her.
Nikolai's just like looking
Don't
forward.
do that. I don't do that. That's me. That's not Lulu.
Yeah.
Record scratch. Hey, yeah, that's me, the one decoding the message from the Americans. I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation, huh?
Just like one of those reverse montages that just shows a nuclear backwards as the bomb goes up into the air.
Yeah.
She's actually the protagonist in the story, and we're just like side characters.
We're the quirky sidekicks. that actually makes perfect sense.
Yeah. like we're not even really introduced until like episode 3. Like the first 2 episodes are just her getting captured and
Yep.
We're
I had
we're
to use all of my charm to convince these dumb Americans and this stupid local to drive me back.
what are the what are they called? The Furies from Captain America? His team.
Yeah.
We all are
How-
from. We're from Howling. Yeah,
The
you're right,
Howling
Howling
Commandos. The Howling
Commandos.
Commandos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all from distinctly different parts of America. Like
Well,
Anderson
some
has
of
a
us aren't even from
handlebar
America.
mustache.
Yeah. He's like,
Stone is wearing a top hat for no reason.
somebody's from San Francisco. Like,
Okay. So she looks up. Says these. It's not great.
Yeah.
So the basic orders here are for combat capable units to do whatever actions can be done to delay or harass Soviet forces, while non-combat functioning units are basically shelter in place or, where possible, either reach the north coast or the German border. Apparently, NATO has managed to bring in some USMC reinforcements from Sweden. They're making their way south in Sweden to cross the Baltic at one of the ports there to reinforce us from the north.
At this
Go
point,
north,
you
then.
hear the sound of a car engine going. Lulu's just like, I heard we're going to a northern port. This is a combat ineffective unit right now, being led by a specialist in mechanics. What do you say, PFC Jaeger? You could stay here and harass if you want to.
it sounds like we're gonna blow up this bridge and then get the hell out of here.
Do we want to blow up the bridge at Conan or right here?
Well,
I mean, if they mine this area, they're not planning to bring troops through it.
Yeah.
So whatever they plan to bring through this way, they've already done.
Let's blow it up at Conan then.
All right. We get in the car and we go blasting.
Okay.
Right until the tank goes empty. It gets across the bridge, it goes past the sign, and then it just
rolls to a halt with that nice like squeaky axle
Made it.
squeak.
So is anybody, while you're driving, is anybody using this shift to sleep?
I think I am.
Not the driver.
I think I have to.
I'll sleep as well. Why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're injured and you sleep and you haven't got radiation sickness, you can heal a point of damage and a stress.
I think I have radiation sickness.
You do have radiation sickness, yeah.
So you just don't heal.
I don't have any injuries, so.
Okay. So I would
I
like
just don't get
a
my stress back. Yeah.
You like a driving roll?
Sorry. Yeah, I will take a driving roll, please. Yes.
Well.
These fucking
Again.
rollovers, man. Like it bounces onto a success and then it just
I'm
slowly.
not worried
takes
about
over.
those rollovers. That's just how life works, man. I've played enough
Yeah.
BattleTech.
Are you
What I'm
pushing?
worried about is the fact there's no successes there.
Yeah. All right.
Now, does anything bad happen if I don't have any successes?
Yes, I need to roll on the driving mishap
No!
table.
Yeah.
I might push then.
The good news is it stopped raining though as well. So
I'm
it's
thinking
just cloudier.
push. So I got really good
push it.
stats. There's no way that we'll fucking crash here.
No, that's right. There's no way you'll
There
crash.
we go.
Okay, Spoon, I would like a recon roll, please, from you. It's at -1 because it's getting quite dark now.
Okay. Eagle Eye Max Jaeger.
Okay, so I'm just going to quickly switch you to another.
Oh boy.
Oh Jesus! Oh
Hey,
Jesus!
there are those tanks that we were missing before.
Where does it say? I need to turn the dark up. What have I done?
Marauders! Look at their eyes, man.
So, basically, around a bend in the road. So, effectively, like the shrubberies and the stones that are around here, effectively try make this like a blind corner. But you can see on the road up ahead is a pickup truck similar to your own, but it's someone's mounted a DSHR.
Yeah.
So the equivalent of like think of like the equivalent of like the Russian of like a 50 cal machine gun.
Badushka. Yep.
Yeah. On the back
Well, I
of the.
know who I'm snapping.
And it's like a half dozen or how many? What's it? 7, 8, 9 guys standing around with like rifles, and they've sort of they put like some sandbags on either side of the road too, so that if you couldn't drive on the hex either side of the road to get past either. But they've definitely set like some sort of roadblock. Like they're not sort of like pointing guns down the road or something. They're just camped out here blocking the road. But you see them before they see you. So I'm going to assume that your lights are off for the purposes of
Sure.
not being spotted by the headlamps.
Mhm.
All right, I keep driving because Figure hasn't said anything yet.
Awesome.
Yes. As soon as I see something, I like bang on the top of the vehicle.
Yeah, I look back. I'm like, what?
Roadblock ahead.
How bad is it?
Bad.
Can we cut through? Just force our way through? Do they know we're coming?
They've got a heavy machine gun.
Mike,
Oh, bro.
can you do it?
Recommend we stop.
Of course I can do it.
Recommend stop, motherfucking Max Jaeger. I hate you. I want you to know that. I hate
Look,
Max.
man. Yeah.
All right, I stop.
Okay, so let's say you just pull off the road here.
Yeah.
There we go. And I'll put you
I
guys.
stop while drifting too. I make it look good. I pop that handbrake twice.
Just gonna put you guys on the map.
Oh, look at that fancy lighting! Wow, what even is that?
It's the headlamps.
The headlights. In
No,
the
but
car,
I mean,
man.
like, is it supposed to be like
Oh,
misty
you
or
mean-
something?
Yeah, because it's evening. It's like
Okay.
it's evening. It's cloudy. It's overcast.
Yeah, it's vampire country.
Yeah, we're in Eastern Europe, man.
All right, I stop and I'm just
Central Europe, okay, motherfucker?
Okay, Central Europe.
I'm just
It's not
fixing up
Russia yet.
like, Russia is Eastern Europe. Max, I feel like we need to use shock and awe. It is a tactic that we use great in Desert Storm 2, Desert Storm 3,
Look, man,
Vietnam War 2.
You don't need to lecture me about how to ambush these motherfuckers.
Then why don't we stop? We need to just get in there and do it.
Because
Tell me about this hill up here.
Because if we rounded that corner and didn't stop, they fill us full of 50 cal, man, and we all die.
Technically, it's 12.7 millimeter, but yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I nod to the soldier who appears out of the bushes to tell us.
Yeah, Rogers is like, actually, it's this. So Stone is like, actually, it's 12.7 millimeter. And they go, shut up, Stone.
You're good, son. Don't listen to him.
So, if we can get up into these hills and forests here,
they outnumber us. I suggest
that doesn't matter.
We have a car full of people. We have a guy with a sniper rifle. We just go through guns blazing. We snipe the guy on the 50 cal, and we blast past them.
The
longer we're here, if we fight them,
Mike makes the shot from a moving car at somebody. No, dude,
he's made every shot that he's taken so far.
Look, Mike, try and sneak up onto that hill and get a vantage point. I'm going to take the rest of the soldiers and
which hill? Literally which hill?
He points over here.
Now let me ask James, before we commit ourselves to a nighttime fire engagement against a superior force, can we just go back and drive around them?
Yes, you can. If you sense you've seen them, but you're going to be going. It's going to be 2 hexes off road to avoid this. Which you've literally only got, like, you won't even make it 1 hex with the amount of fuel you've got left. You've got 6 liters left. It costs 8 liters to do a hex of off road.
All right.
And plus, if we kill all of them, we'll have a second truck, and this one has a machine gun on the back.
We'll have 1 truck with fuel in it and 1 machine gun.
Okay, well that's
what have the other guys got
everywhere.
on them in terms of like gear?
For me, it looks like AKMs, probably.
Great, AKMs. Fucking holy shit.
What are AKMs and why
like the carbine version of AK-47. So it's like the AKM is the AK-47 one. The M4 is the M16.
Yeah.
Okay.
They basically have pretty good rifles that fire lots of bullets somewhat reliably.
Yeah, they basically
they're not sitting around with handguns.
Lulus. They
have fully
Lulu's
automatic
gun,
weapons.
The Russian version of what Lulu's using.
We got any frag grenades or anything like that?
I do have frag grenades. You think?
How far can you throw a frag grenade in this game?
How far can I throw a frag grenade?
Range should be on there. It should have range on it. I think it's 3 or something.
What's the explosive radius of them?
So it's a blast C or blast D? Say on it.
Blast
C.
Blast C. So that is 1 hex takes more damage, and the 1 hex around that takes damage as well.
So like if I dropped it right in this group of 3 people, it's gonna hit all of them.
Yeah, and the vehicle.
Yeah, boom.
Well, it wouldn't hit these 2, but it would hit. So if you drop it there, it would hit the vehicle, those 2 there. When you put it there, it would the lower blast power would hit that whole group there.
Yeah. The range is 3. So I'd have to sneak up to like right here. Or right here. 1, 2, 3, and I could put it here.
Yeah, you can't with grenades. You can't do the whole thing of like adding additional range at minuses. You can throw the maximum range at
we're gonna have to sneak to this location and then throw it at this group here and just deal with the last 2.
And then
so like I ignore Max at this point. I'm just like, all right, Mike, frag grenade is a good idea. I have some. Let me sell you on this idea. You help me sneak closer. I throw the grenade, and in the confusion, you snipe the guy on the 50 cal. Everybody else can open up on whoever is still standing.
So I wanna while they're talking, I'm gonna take Rogers, Anderson, and Stone
on a flanking maneuver.
Start moving out into the trees here to try and like pincher him from the left side.
Okay, no worries.
So we
So
are using classic American tactics. All right, where's our fire team, Max? Where's our additional gunman?
We're gonna take the spook with us, aren't we?
Oh, good, excellent. All right, I'm like, all right, Naomi, you come with us. I need
Okay,
you to
so-
save our lives.
so the intent
Lulu's
is to move.
crying. She actually is crying. She's like, we're gonna fucking die.
So the intent that is that Lulu moves to here.
Yeah, with
Along with
Mikotaj to
Miko?
teach her.
Well, I was gonna go
and-
like behind this rock here because
Oh,
I
great.
got effective range.
Sure.
I got effective range like
Okay,
from that
so
rock.
where do you want Davidson to go, with Lulu or with Miko?
Lulu.
Okay, no worries. Meanwhile, Max and the others are moving around. Are you trying to get to the higher ground up on the hill?
Yeah. Yep. Correct.
Okay, so your intent is basically to get to here.
Max and the Others sounds like a really good band name,
Yeah.
especially for the 90s.
Max,
Ladies
Max
and
and
gentlemen, Max and the Others.
the others.
Well, let's put you
Or
into
Max.
Hector so you're harder to spray.
Max and the PFCs.
Well, now you're a USO band.
So I guess we talked about this before, but I would wait for the grenade to go
Yes,
off before
the
I
grenade needs to go
That's right.
first.
Yeah, the grenade is the signal.
The signal is boom. Okay, so one person from each group, so there's 3 groups there, needs to make a mobility check
Great.
for the stealth side of it. Okay, so
Let me
just
ask,
check.
is Naomi better
her
than
mi-
me?
Her mobility is D10 plus D6.
I am also D10 plus D6, and I trust
Okay,
myself
well,
more than I trust
A
her.
player should roll then. Yep.
I'll just be D10.
Yep.
Mine. So.
Oh, Jesus.
That's fine. You succeed.
Hey,
Do we get any benefit for the darkness or no?
It's a penalty on their recon roll to
Oh,
spot.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
okay, here's mine.
Okay.
I'll push that.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Same
Oh,
again.
the exact same row. Okay. I'm a little further away, so it might.
Yeah.
Okay. No, they don't seem to have spotted you.
All right.
Okay, so the grenade is a signal. So we're gonna add encounter. Whack everybody in the encounter.
I'm going to destroy
I'll be right
my
back. I'm just
precious new
gonna-
vehicle.
I need to have one for every.
I mean, how much damage does a grenade do, AP?
C rating damage? I don't know.
Because you could
It should have a damage value as well.
Oh,
you could throw it here.
no, that's fine. Even if we damage the car, I can fix it as long as they are dead.
Yeah, I agree.
Damage is 2, so it's really not that good. But
Well, but you're gonna hit
a lot of people, yes.
theoretically a bunch of people.
I mean, the other good news is that a shit ton of them will probably be suppressed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will get Spoon. You roll me a D10 for your initiative.
All right.
8. Okay, let's see one from Miko as well. I'm gonna roll for him because he's not here.
Okay.
I roll 1d10, Dave. I haven't finished typing yet.
Oh, okay. Just in time. Hey, look at that.
Hey, there we go.
I had to re-roll that because Arthur's already got a 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
The ambush.
Because he's the ambush. Yep. So
Yep.
we wanted a 2. 4's not bad.
4. Okay, that's not too bad.
That was not bad. Okay, I'll
Alright.
take it. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the roll for NPCs. Okay, I've got to
No
re-roll
twos,
one
no
of these.
twos.
Re-roll this 8. Okay, we're clear. Great. So Marauder's got 10, so they're definitely going last.
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so-
Perfect ambush. I love
Okay,
it.
so which hex are you yeeting the grenade into?
The one with 2 Marauders right here. So
That one
that it
there?
can hit. Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
that's the only one I can reach. So
Yeah.
Okay, so throwing you should be able to pop the grenade into chat.
or
There you go. So you can do your attack.
all right. I've stopped crying. I've taken a deep breath, and I remember I'm expositioning about all of the hard lessons I learned on the streets of Harlem about staying cool under fire and thinking about how I'm literally about to kill like 8 people all at once. And then I think,
Come on, that's never stopped you before.
I really want that fucking cars. What's before? No!
Okay, so no, it's not as bad as you think. Okay, so that just means that it still goes off in that hex. It just doesn't go off at the feet of one of the guys. So when you throw a grenade,
Yeah.
if you hit, the person you were targeting takes a full blast, and everybody else in the same hex takes the blast damage for that hex, and everyone else outside takes the blast damage for that. So
you're saying it's not worth pushing on this?
I mean, it's only going to do a bit more damage on one guy. That's all.
Okay, I'm not going to push it.
Okay, cool.
As long as all of them get the shit kicked out of them.
Okay, so because they're mooks, we're going to treat it as 1 roll per each hex, and everyone in that hex takes the same effect. So for the 2 in the hex where it landed, roll 2d8. If you get a hit, they take the C damage. Okay, cool. So they each take 3. They don't have any armor on, so and they will both take crits then.
Wait, why do they take 3 damage if the damage of their frag is 2?
It's because that's the base damage of the base explosion, plus you then roll an explosion for the hex, and a C is a 3 damage explosion.
Yep.
Yeah, and then everyone around that takes 2 damage in a D.
The black,
So
yeah,
the person who gets hit actually takes like 5 damage because they take the 2 plus the 3.
Sure.
Plus your
Okay,
success
now
to
I
hit.
understand. Okay.
yeah.
Okay,
So an
cool.
A damage would be like 5 then, right?
It's two, it goes 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you fired like a tow missile into the middle, they would take 5s, they would take 4s, they would take 3s.
We
they
had a
would take
tow
2s.
missile. I would be firing it from very far away.
Well, you could fire it from there, Arthur, and I think you'd be fine, right?
Okay, so the single guy hex, roll 2d6 to see if he takes damage. No. Okay, the one with 3 in it. No, the one with the truck and the guy.
Can I push that?
You can't push because it's a passive roll.
Mother F. That's the guy I really wanted to get. No, no.
Okay, no. So now you need to test. So now I'm going to do a torso crit on the 2 guys that were in the hex that was hit.
Do the guys in the radius like have to roll for like
so
pinning or whatever?
Suppression.
Yeah, we're going to test that in a second. Yeah. So one of the guys has a cracked spine.
Oof. Jeez.
It's from where you threw the grenade and it like cracked him in the spine.
hit him in the back and gave him a fractured vertebrae.
Motherfucker. That's it, yeah. So he falls down and can no longer move.
Yeah.
Honestly, he throws a shoe.
Okay. So now I need to test for their cause in the fire. Okay, so the 2 that were in the actual hex itself, they got fragged. Do they have unit morale? They do have unit morale.
I mean, I guess it's the same sort of thing that applied to the landmine.
Okay, they're not.
Right? So.
Okay, they're fine. Okay, the guy on his own, he failed. He is suppressed.
So the 2 in the middle like saw the grenade at their feet and they're just like,
Group 3, they are all suppressed.
hell yeah, dude.
Dope. That's what we want. That's definitely what we wanted.
And the guy on the back of the truck,
This is the big one. We absolutely need him to be suppressed.
Yeah. Well,
he's okay.
Dave could kill him this round, right?
He needs to do it before he fires the machine gun at the one location he knows there's people at.
I forgot to check, Arthur. Did you take the fast action to pull the pin first?
Oh my God, James. Come on. I'm a specialist with this weapon.
Oh, good.
I mean, look, that's how we already
I
discussed
throw the grenade, then I
cracked
fucking
vertebrae.
shoot it. Okay.
Pulls out his pistol.
I wait for them all to look at it and go, hey, what's that? Before I shoot it. Jesus,
Okay.
James.
Miko, it's your action now.
Yeah, I'm gonna target the big badunkadunk in the truck there.
Okay, I need to make. He's got sector the truck. I was like the guy. I'm trying to get the guy. The guy has partial cover from the back of the truck, but that's fine.
Also, I probably would have like reloaded this gun before I came.
That's fine.
into combat.
Just change the magazine. That's fine.
Yeah. I already got SVD open.
8 bullets, 2 hits. Both of them go through the windshield and hit him in the chest. Ah!
So there is no. So I'm assuming you're slow telescopic aiming first. And
Oh
aiming
yeah,
for the
no,
head.
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So it's just it'd be at a net +1 because you're not outside of range.
Yep.
You've got the scope. You're aiming for the head, so it's +1 is your attack.
I thought scopes give you +2.
It gives you +2, but you're
-1 for the darkness. Yeah.
no, not for the darkness. No. So it's +2 for scoped, -2 for aiming for the head, +1 for elevated position.
Okay.
So you end up with a +1 then.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fucking smoke
okay.
them, dude.
Do not push.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So 6 damage to the head. Yeah, in fact, with that much damage, I've got to roll twice and take the worst result for the critical.
Hell yeah, man.
Let's do Warhammer 40k style. As the ammunition goes off, it kills everyone around him.
Blows up. Ammunition goes off. The
I will
truck
take
goes
the
up.
shattered neck, please, James.
Okay,
I
so he is,
Voldemort him, or I break his spine around his neck.
it's not it's attaching there, but he's going to move the truck out of the way so I can. It's got him tagged. It's all right. He's dead.
Oh, look, the truck
Wait.
spotted you guys.
Huh? What was that? Exclamation points appear over everyone's head.
I'm just trying to mark this guy's dead. There we go. Now he's dead. Now I can put the truck back. There we go. Okay.
Sick.
All right. Yeah, he is so dead.
Great. Now the ambush went 100% as planned. Now for the not planned part, where they
Okay.
shoot back.
So the soldiers with you, who are they? Where are they shooting at? Like, who are they trying to get?
Probably the guys in front, right? Because
Okay.
we didn't know that they were.
Could you even see the guys
fully
in the back
suppressed.
there?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how
you're
big this
elevated. You're
rock
elevated.
formation is,
So
yeah.
yeah, we'll go off BattleTech rules where if you elevate, you can see everything.
Another callback to the engine block. Oh my god.
All right. So Rogers first off, he will attack with.
Will Rogers actually Roger someone? Find out.
He's just going to fire. Like that. Okay. He missed. Like a bitch.
No,
Yeah,
Rogers does not
unfortunate.
Roger anyone.
Okay, Anderson.
I believe in you,
will
Anderson.
fire. They're trying to because they're down to the last mag, so they're trying to limit their rate of fire.
Max and the others.
And another miss.
Oh my goodness.
That's rough.
And Stone. Come on.
SVD's been good value, boys. I think.
Do it for the Stars and Stripes.
It's weird hearing an Australian say that. Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is.
Nice. Okay, so we'll bring it up to 4 damage, which is enough to drop this guy down to 1 wound and do a crit to the torso. Oh, the torn intestines. All right, so he is starting to bleed badly. All right, so over to next up is Davidson. Okay, so what's the range on her pistol? I think it's only a range of 2.
She has an AK though too.
She does have an AK, that's true. She doesn't need to be silent right now because. All right, so she will also fire at that same front group. She's a bit less conservative when it comes to. I've got to put a magazine in it. That would help.
She holds the trigger down. Nothing comes out. The bolt isn't even locked back.
He goes,
Dirt flies out the end of the barrel.
Dust cover locks
Nice.
open for no reason. Oh, okay. All right, Naomi. All right.
All right, well that'll just kill the one in front.
I do really like the dice effect in this system, actually, Foundry.
mm-hmm.
It's quite nice.
Oh, what where they roll onto the screen?
Yep. And they
Yeah,
all
that's actually-
smash into the wall.
Yeah, that's an add-on I had to add. But yeah, that's an add-on.
We'll have to talk about how to do this.
Yeah. I taught myself over the space of a day. So
Yeah,
everything I've
I
done
need
here,
you
I've
to
learned.
teach me in way less than a day. How about like 15 minutes?
Yeah, Soundwave was saying that there's a ping module you can get, which works pretty well too. So
Yeah, there's hundreds of modules I've got to look through. Okay, so it's over to Max.
All right. Yeah, I'm also going to open up on these guys. We're going to go a bit more.
Look, I ain't looking to spend an age of Middle Earth learning how to use Foundry. That's my fake Grand Order time. Okay.
And so I have elevation and rifleman to give me a +2.
Yep.
that's a lot.
And I
of that.
still
And you
fucking
still
miss.
missed.
And I
Just do
still
it.
miss.
Just push. Just push.
Yeah,
Just do
I'm
it.
going to push.
Oh my god.
Give me a hit. There it
Oh, it pushed it over. Did that count? I don't know. What happens?
No, okay, it counts to 12.
It counts,
That's
it
fine.
counts.
Okay.
is. Yeah, 12.
Okay,
and-
so you can either do what would it be? That'll be 4 damage on one guy. You need to do 5 damage on one guy, or 4 on one and 3 on the other.
I'll
No,
do
4 on one and 2 on
4.
the other.
I'll do 4 on one and 2 on the other.
Okay, cool.
Because that 4,
So-
I believe, crits. So
Yeah, it'll do a crit, yes. So I'll do it was in the torso.
Ruptured testicles.
What the fuck?
20 intestines again. Well, everyone's getting shot in the guts.
yeah,
brutal.
everybody's taking
Send a mass.
bullets to the stomach. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
Everyone
say
out-
though, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
The Polish guy's over here just being like to the brain, and then the Americans like to the torso.
yeah.
Okay,
Well,
so
if we had sniper rifles, we would have done this differently.
they are no longer suppressed. Okay, so this marauder moves to here and takes an action to get into the driver's seat of the car.
Great. That's my car.
You know how you
say.
play. You know how you play fucking Battlefield, and you see a guy get snapped as he's using like a built-in machine gun, and then another guy walks up and takes a position. He's just like, shame.
Okay, this marauder here will go into cover, and then he will shoot at the group of people over here. He's going to shoot at Max because Max had the most effective gunfire from that side.
Sure. Probably had the longest burst as well because everybody else shot like a couple of bullets and I dumped nearly a full clip into it.
You mag dumping the PD, bro? What the F?
Almost.
Feels like I'm watching No Pixel again.
How does coolness under fire work? Are they supposed to like?
They were suppressed. It's why the guys, the three south, the truck and the guy on the right, do nothing because they were suppressed. But in their action, the suppression goes away, but they don't take any other action.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I missed you.
Not
Yeah. All right. Okay. This marauder here will also move to the truck and climb on the back.
To the gun.
Yes. So it just leaves this guy here. He was suppressed. So the guy who was prone here will
with
shoot.
the shattered spine.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Immobile. I can't remember. Can still actually.
He can still fire, yeah.
Can still do things, yeah, fall down immobile. Okay, so he will, from a prone position, try and shoot at, like, all the gunfire is coming from the hill, so he's firing at the hill.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put this one at Rogers.
You gonna Roger the Rogers? All right.
So it's -1 for range.
Oh shit!
Wow. If he'd hit, that would have been brutal.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that'd have been the death of Rogers there.
Thanos snapped right out of this game.
Okay, that's they're done. So it's back around to Lulu.
Oh shit! All right, so I don't have
Maybe
to tell.
you should go for the because I'm gonna like. I was told to shoot the gunner. I'm gonna shoot the gunner. You know,
The gunner's
like,
dead.
There's
another guy climbed up.
There's another guy
He
on
goes
the
quite
gun.
up, yeah.
I thought he didn't get behind the gun. I thought he got on the driver's seat.
One got in the driver's seat, one got on the
Okay.
back.
All right. So because I don't have a telescopic scope, I can't aim. Right?
You can aim. You just so if you don't aim, you're -2.
No.
If you
Well,
aim, it's
we're
+0.
talking about two different things, right? I have to pull out my gun now, which is a fast action. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so think I can't aim from there, right? Like I don't have.
No,
another...
you can't.
Yeah.
No.
So
Throw another grenade?
I don't have another grenade. I only have one grenade.
Okay.
Unless I have multiple grenades. I mean, I
I
just
thought you
thought
had more than one. I mean, look,
Do
I thought you
I?
had 3.
Shit, do I? Magazine is 1.
Yeah. No, like, look at the top where it's got. You had 2 grenades. The top C2, the number 2.
Oh, let me check my sheet. My edible sheet. Oh, you're right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna throw the other fucking grenade.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, if that's the case, then I don't have to draw my weapon.
But you do have to pull the pin.
You do have to pull the pin, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. In which case, I can't get close enough to hit anybody directly. All right, I'm just gonna do it again.
You can. Oh no, movement is a fast
Yeah,
action.
it's a fast action. Yep. I'm just gonna have to pull the pin and.
You take 2 strain. Oh, sorry, wrong system.
To take an additional maneuver.
Yeah, it's taking just a maneuver. Yeah.
That's Monday. That's
James-
Monday. Calm down.
James, I have 2 dots in common sense. Can I roll down a hill?
I'm gonna turn like I assume that I'm like crouching behind a bush and I just turn to Naomi and I'm just like, God bless America. I said, throw this grenade. Hope I don't kill both of us.
Run into the group screaming, holding 2 grenades.
All right,
and
so
then
just to be clear, I'm gonna aim for the downed guy just so that if I
Okay.
if I miss, I still land in that hex. And if I hit, then I super kill him.
Yeah.
I super kill him. I just fucking annihilate him.
Okay, no worries. Okay. The grenade goes off in his face on the ground.
No,
because you
I
hit
want
him.
to. It's fine if it goes off in his face, but I want to nail him in his testicles in the process. And then it like bounces up in the air, like a ground ball. Poof. All right, that one's for you, Henley. I know that you've been waiting all night for something like that.
It's going to roll double head crit.
What is this, Age
So
of the
brain
Empire?
hemorrhage or concussion.
I take brain
Anyway.
damage.
Brain hemorrhage. Yep. Okay.
He's already on the ground. You sure he's not dead from being hit by this?
No, he's dead. I don't need to roll any further. So, okay. So
What did he die from? Brain hemorrhage. Not the grenade? Yes, definitely brain hemorrhage.
Okay, 2d6 against this marauder. Doesn't hit. 2d6 against a group of 3. That is a hit.
Yeah.
No, I rolled 2. Oh, yeah, that group hits, but not the one
Not the-
against the truck. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Right.
So they will take 2 damage, which is enough to incapacitate. Actually, no, it takes them both out. No, one's down to 1. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
because
one of the other
one
guys-
guy just had 2. So
Yeah, this guy is dead.
But the pinning is what we really want on all 3 of these guys.
Yes. So need to do
Oh, I still have
their
a
course
grenade
in the
left.
fire test.
All right. Apparently, I started with 3 grenades. I'm gonna
nice.
fuck these dudes up. I'm just gonna keep throwing grenades, guys.
Oh yeah, he is super.
Oh
He
my
is super.
goodness. He's so pinned. He's just
very
like
pinned.
he thinks about the wonderful
He's
borscht
fine.
he could be having back at home if only he had just stayed there and not tried to mess with America.
Hey,
The guy-
guys in the
the guy-
cars.
No, so the driver isn't being a driver of a vehicle means that you're not subject to being suppressed by firing outside the vehicle, but
But
the guy on the gunner is suppressed.
Nice.
Maybe I'll just take out the dude in the car then.
Okay,
No, kill the gunner.
Max.
Please
Suppressed.
kill Steele.
He's suppressed.
All right, gonna.
He needs to be permanently suppressed.
Max, sorry, Miko, sorry, you're
okay.
yeah, Miko.
Yep.
But what happens if he drives away and then...
It's a lot better than if that 50 cal opens up and starts killing all of us. If he drives
Alright.
away, we just drive through this blockade. If the gun opens up and the car isn't moving, we're still all dead.
I kind of I agree. I think we need to kill the guy on the gun.
All right.
I'm yelling to Miko. I'm like, kill the guy on the gun. He's like, but he's suppressed. And I'm like, kill him anyway.
So +1, that was the end result there?
Yes.
Yep.
No, because you can't slow aim this turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll just be at +0 if you're aiming for the
Okay.
head.
Yes, I am, obviously. I will use... I'll use my rate of fire because maybe I'll be able to just get the guy in the gunner and the driver.
Yeah,
as
for
well,
sure.
so-
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Dum, 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 dum.
Okay, so the guy in the back will take the damage of 5, which is enough to instantly drop him to 0. and therefore take him out. And I'll just quickly see. That's enough to only one roll on the crit table. We'll see what it is.
Innards.
I am very,
Yeah.
very
Gouged
glad.
eye.
Very
oh
glad.
my god! It just fucking eyeballed
Okay,
me with the...
then you can distribute the other hit to the driver, which will be a total damage of 4 minus 1 for the car's armor. Will be well, it hits the vehicle technically speaking. So I'm going to roll to see what part of the vehicle it goes into.
Okay.
So it's a penetrating hit, pickup truck.
I would assume through the window, but
Hit the vehicle suspension.
all right.
Because you're just racking off shots. Like after the first hit, you just empty your clip and
Yeah,
But I still hurt the
pop off
dude, yeah?
10 shots. Yeah.
Okay. Was it 10 shots? Oh, it was. Holy crap.
Yep.
You committed.
spent all of your ammo, but it was worth it.
Every time that
Looks like
barrel
I'm-
came back down, he fired another shot.
Yeah. All right. The American soldiers now. So they're going to fire at the one
So
guy
did I
that's firing.
hurt the dude in the
No, because
driver's
he
seat?
didn't. It didn't roll the driver. Like, there's a high chance hitting the driver, but it hit the suspension instead.
Oh, okay.
I see. So I gotcha.
Yeah.
So,
If your aiming action had been at the driver, then that's fine. But if someone's in a vehicle, then subsequent hits in the hex just hit the vehicle. Not you can't say I wanted to hit this person in the vehicle.
Right. I get you.
Okay, so the soldiers are firing at the start off with where we got Rogers firing at the guy who
Does
is.
he? Sorry. Does he get suppressed when I shoot at him like that?
I'll make a constant fire test for him. So we got Marauder. What is number 5? Yes, he is suppressed.
I'll take it.
So he drops down like behind the behind the dash, basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Rogers was firing at the. Twice. Okay.
there you go.
Wow!
Rogers.
Wow! Holy crap! So it's 5 damage to this guy's head. So he's instantly killed.
Nice.
All right, so roll a head hit. Let's see what it was. In the ear. There we go. Okay, so that means that then it's the next guy can fire at the guy in front of the truck who's still alive. Anderson. And fire.
Nice.
Body shot. Nice. Okay. Which is enough to drop him to 0 and kill him. And just roll a crit. Internal bleeding. Well, now he's external bleeding as well. And I guess Stone will just fire at the last Marauder who is suppressed. But he's at -1 for the range.
Nice.
Still a hit though. It's enough to do 3 damage. And he's still alive, but does a crit.
So these guys are just fucking off, just hanging out, having a good time, and then
Getting ready
fucking
to-
crossfire and grenades and shit going off there.
Ruptured kidney.
Getting ready to
So
just shake down
ability -2.
whoever was going to come rolling through here, and all of a
It
sudden,
was either us or the Russians. So,
yeah, basically.
Okay, Davison will fire at the guy who's still alive with the ruptured kidney. Since she's firing with a gun, not with a ruptured kidney. But she misses. She's spent a lot of ammunition on doing not very much. Okay, that leaves Max. So there is the suppressed guy in the truck, and there is the suppressed guy on the ground.
So I'm going to take my slow action prior to my. I don't know, because I'd have to aim or suffer a negative, right?
Yeah.
what's the negative for not aiming?
-2.
-2. Okay, so I'm actually not gonna aim. I'm actually just gonna shoot.
Yep.
Because I have elevation and rifleman, which cancels all that out. So I just shoot fire at a normal.
Well, it'd be
stand
minus
up
1 for
like-
range, though. Isn't your range 4?
Oh yeah, -1 for range. Yep.
Yep.
So I'd be -1 overall. I still think I can make that shot.
God damn, you're as good as a sniper rifle then at that point.
And I can make that shot
Yeah, wow.
in the head, no less.
Yep. Okay, let me roll a head crit. Come on. In the throat. He's dead.
And then I'm going to use my fast action to start moving down the hill towards the truck.
Okay. Did you want to make a mobility check so you can go to here?
Yeah.
Did you want to make a mobility check to go further? Whoops.
Oh. Yes, I did.
Okay, give me a mobility check. Yes, you move 2 extra hexes.
So I'll move right up in front of the truck and like pointing my rifle at the dude in the driver's seat and like shouting at him to get out of the truck and like motioning with the barrel of.
All right. So he's definitely going to surrender.
Mhm.
So we're out of combat turns now. I know it's 20 minutes when we finish. So I'm gonna wrap this up relatively quickly.
A bridge explodes.
He gets out he basically explains that they were not here to attack people coming by. They're trying to recruit people to their militia. So they
story. Likely story.
Yeah, they're a group which call themselves the Flock, and they're still they're still a violent militia, but they oppose the Soviets, and they're pretty much for either like if Soviets turned up, we shoot them. If others turn up, we check out if their weapons are any good, ask them to join us. If they're just civilians, send them on their way.
Yeah. What about U.S. forces?
Well, as far as they would have, as far as they're concerned, U.S. forces are non-existent now. So if you are a U.S. force, you are just a well-armed person who might work with them or might move on your way.
Should have driven around them.
Now we have a truck with a heavy machine gun on the back.
Now we check to see how much fuel is in that truck.
It's got a half a tank of ethanol.
Oh, it's an ethanol burner. Perfect. It can join our work fleet.
Yeah.
We got a rolling convoy now. All right. Who's our lowest ranked soldier that we don't like? I need you to take half of what's in that tank, put it in a gas container, and put it in the other truck. We got to get the guy to get in there, start the suction.
Siphon. It's
Siphon it off, yeah.
Now just tip the truck upside down. It's got a hole in it already, so it's fine.
That's our truck. We don't want.
You don't want the one with the 50 cal in the back? Come on, bro.
We're taking them both.
We're taking them. We're both trucks.
Yeah.
We're doubling the number of trucks we have.
Yep. Which means then that you're able to that night get ahead to the bridge and destroy the bridge before the tank division.
That's how we saved America and Poland by blowing up a national landmark. God bless America, I say as I put my gun on my shoulder and walk off into the distance, an American flag waving ghostily in the skybox.
Trust the American to think every bridge is a landmark.
So I'm just curious. But
I look over, there's a landmark plate. It's Europe.
So,
everything is old as shit here.
I'm just curious from chat, or I guess later on YouTube comments, if anyone had any comments on this as a system from the point of view of watchability. Because down the track, I would like to write and run a campaign that's probably not set in the 2000s Poland, more probably set in the more contemporary, more Western setting. But I'm just wondering if it watches well. If
really
if
Western. We're actually gonna. It's like Arizona.
Yeah, Tombstone 2000.
honestly, I think.
All right, Jaeger, I got my gun. I'm gonna fight you for command here. Let's go for it. I'm Lulu Hernandez, the best gunfighter east of the Hudson River, which isn't
Honestly,
very
from a-
far.
Turn and draw at 10 paces.
I just shoot him in the back.
From a point of view of like how easy it is to watch and stuff like that, I think at least for Foundry mixing with this, it works really well. Like there's a lot of the map and the way that the system works feels very visceral. Like we're counting out spaces and all that sort of stuff. So it kind of almost feels like a tabletop game more than like a role-playing game. I think at that point, like there's a lot more mechanics to the gunplay, which I appreciate. It might be harder to just listen to, I would say, but other than that, it's like, yeah, it's a good time. I was more involved in this than I normally am for these.
That's
sorts
because
of
it's
games,
all
so.
action stuff. And what I wanted to say was, I feel like we didn't do enough of the like, well, I mean, like this is we barely talked about it, but like in order to gain experience, you have to follow your moral code and your big dream. And I mean, Lulu's out here hitting all of hers, but like beyond that moral code, like Lulu is definitely like not a really good person to begin with, and she pushed it hard on everybody. Like, yeah, like leave the sick and dying behind. We need to get out of here, because that's her moral code and that's her big dream. I wanted to see more of like, how do we deal with society falling apart, and you know, that for me, less shooting, but
I think like the longer your game goes, like the longer span of time, because like this is just a couple sessions, right? But we're already running into stuff where like we literally don't have enough food to feed everyone right now.
I know.
So like if we played for another hour or so, James was like, all right, who's gonna get fed today, and who's gonna go hungry, and who's gonna have water, and who's gonna get dehydrated.
Desperately hope that they can find iodine tablets before they puke themselves to death.
Yeah. And it sounds like chat's agreeing.
Yeah. So I mean, couple of, like I was really trying to experiment with a few different parts of the system. So certainly one of my learnings is that putting in a vehicle early on really changes a lot of the scope. Like the ability to move around the map with a vehicle is significant compared to being stuck with being on foot.
Yeah, with two hexes a shift, basically.
Yeah, that's it. Which, you know, it depends on what you want out of the game, you know, because this game has rules. If you wanted to have a fleet of tanks moving around having tank battles, you know, it has that mechanic as such. But I think that, yeah, like one of my preferences when it comes to post-apocalyptic is the whole concept of resource scarcity. You know, making every shot count because you can't go into the store and buy more bullets.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like how we've literally been blowing through a metric fuck ton of ammo every episode.
I mean, our squad has blown through a metric fuck ton of ammo.
So have we.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did okay with the sniper rifle rounds, I think. But,
You literally fired that gun 3 times and went through like 30 bigs of ammo.
Full mag.
Every single time you blew through, used 50% of your operational.
You absolutely decimated people, but but that's also like you know, it's just one of it's one of those resource management things, right? Is like there were several times where I was like, okay, I'm gonna reduce my rate of fire to conserve ammo, and still got good hits. So it's just you know,
I'll be honest,
it's one of those trade-off things.
I really didn't want to fight those guys at the end for exactly the situation that it turned out, that we might end up fighting and killing people who we just hadn't identified as a threat.
Sure.
Like that paranoia though of like, who do we know?
Yeah.
What intel we have?
Yeah. Well, and
that's
and
what
so,
I, as a player, Lulu wouldn't give a shit, but I, as a player, was like, we're definitely gonna end up accidentally engaging someone. Ever since we were back at
that we didn't necessarily have to engage.
Ever since we were back at like Zwarovski or whatever the beginning of the campaign was, like I was like, yep, we're gonna fucking kill people by accident. We're killing everyone we roll up on.
Not everyone, but like
we went around the BMP, but that's only because we had enough fuel to do it.
Yeah, and I mean we didn't just straight up murk the refugees either. But like,
well, we weren't looking.
People who are unknown and a direct threat, like, yeah, I mean we're gonna respond with force rather than being like, hey, let's find out who these people are.
Ratosaurus watched this and he's been dying every step of the way. Especially when we open fire with a grenade, no warning, no attempt to identify.
Yep, correct.
So I reckon it would be really interesting to play from a perspective of building a character in here as well, because we kind of came in, we're like,
I absolutely
okay,
not want to play Lulu long term.
Exactly, and the game has two character creation systems. One is pretty much just I've got no idea what I want to be, and I just set that out, and the other is a life path generation system where you go through from year to year, and there is some random stuff, like effectively when war breaks out is random. You can eventually say, like, I want to stop here and now this is where the war starts, or you might find you still want to do more with your character, but suddenly the war starts and that's what you've got now.
Yeah.
So I used the randomly generated encounters today just to sort of create so I rolled up a bunch of just random encounters. So I had Soviet soldiers escorting prisoners. There's a secret CIA agent hiding amongst them. That was one. Players come across a group of US soldiers who've been hit in an ambush and they're all dead and dying, and they've already been starved. They've already been stripped of useful goods. So it's like you can't do anything for them. So it's more of an emotional scene then. Coming across the debris of an old tank battle where you can scavenge some stuff from the tanks, but there's a chance you set off unexploded ordnance. These group of marauders who set up a roadblock trying to get people to join them. Another group of marauders wanting to trade. A snake being attacked by a snake when searching for something.
Damn, we should have fucking that one, James. That's the one we should have done. I wanted Mikotaj with a dragon fighting a snake. It'd be like the Mexican flag.
But a rain of nuclear ash. We did the mines in a residential area. And then a group of 12 refugees turn up demanding food because they're starving, hypothermic, and basically turning violent with clubs and not like, you might be soldiers, but there's enough of us that we can get to you if you don't give us food, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mine's in a residential area was really fucked up, by the way, James.
Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
Well, and it was foreshadowed by you being like, yeah, there's nothing really moving here. It's all empty, completely abandoned. And I was like, that's a little weird. But all right, we'll go ahead with this.
I even did some research on how Soviets plant mines in those sort of areas, like where they put them and sort of stuff. So
yeah, it was good though.
So there's something maybe down the track, finish Rogue Trader. Look at I would like to maybe do some more of this, and certainly I want to explore. Dave, you'd be excited to know with Foundry that there is a Vampire the Masquerade module for Foundry.
Oh, sick! That would actually be pretty good.
And the FFG. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, if it's anything like the map stuff like that sort of shit would work pretty well with VTM, I think. So.
Yeah, and the Star Wars FFG Star Wars module is also really nice because it has the dice, that appear on the screen, and it does cancellations for everything too. So
no, we might have to move Monday night then. I don't know.
Arthur Perkins.
I will say there's a lot of setup for the Star Wars one though, so I would not be trying to move it like this week. I was moving my own Star Wars game to Foundry, and I reckon I'd probably need about 3 or 4 days solid of setup to get it all in there, because it's just the way that Foundry works with like the items as such. So effectively, like a talent tree is an item. So you can't just type in a character on this character that their career is mechanic. You've got to create the mechanic tree. As an item, then when you make the character, you drag and drop the mechanic tree onto the character, and it adds in all the talents. So it's like with because people have done like D&D stuff where you can actually literally create the character in it by just dragging the race across, dragging the class across, all the class features, So it plays almost like a computer game at that point in time.
We'll see, maybe.
Yeah.
Just for the folks at home, I own Foundry, but I haven't downloaded or installed it or done the 10 million things you need.
I really need to either get into an online game for Star Wars or set up my own, because I'm fucking hankering for that shit. like big time. The one system that I keep fucking coming back to
You just can't quit
every
it.
single time. Yeah.
Dave, what time is it for you now?
6 a.m.
6 a.m. So my regular Star Wars game would be taking place at 6.5 hours from now. So half past midday your time. So I
On
don't
a
know. I
Monday?
don't know whether. So just on. This is my with my mates locally. We sort of play once a month sort of thing when we get a chance when everyone schedules a line. But yeah, it's usually an 8:30 p.m. start, which would be a 12:30 midday. So if you're interested in a game, I can speak to my mates about, but it's whether or not like the middle of the day for you is normally a problem. I don't know.
It shouldn't be a problem if it's
you work for
like
yourself.
on a. Yeah, so it shouldn't be a problem as long as it's not Monday or Thursday. So yeah,
All right. I'll talk to you later, Dave. If you're interested in playing a Star Wars game, I might have a spot.
yeah, man, absolutely, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Before we do outros, let's say thank you to Free League Publishing is their name.
Correct? Yep.
Yeah,
Free League
for
Press.
letting us do this and giving us some assets that I downloaded and then never added to the overlay. They gave us all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I was
I'm going to make these nameplates that look like dog tags. And that's as far as I got. And I was like, I think I forgot something.
I want to be clear though that I actually reached out to Free League saying, "Hey, is it okay to do a stream of this because it's not released yet?" In case because I wasn't sure whether we were going to broadcast our first playtest or not, and they were like, "Yeah, sure, go for it." And then when we hadn't done it, they're like, "Hey, how's it going? You've done it yet? Can you give us a link? We want to see it." So they were pretty keen to see us do this. And if you want to see more of this before it comes out, Three Skulls Tavern on YouTube did a short 6-session campaign, and they're currently doing a 2-player playthrough of the solo rules. So this is the GM-less rules. Where you
that would be actually pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, so the game as a whole back in random generation of encounters and events, so that you can play it with no GM.
Yeah, I have enjoyed basically any time I played a Free League Press game. It's always been a ton of fun.
That's because you love suffering and dying, apparently. While cold, sick, slightly radioactive. You got two bullets left in your gun. Your armor is tatters.
Honestly, this feels like the most video gamey I've had a TTRPG.
Feels like Jagged Alliance
so.
2 Gold Edition to me.
One of my favorite RPG sessions ever was almost a complete party wipe and left me climbing out of this cave.
Yeah, I heard the story.
Yeah, cold with just my sword and armor, scarred for life.
That's
basically.
where you backdoored the boss, right?
Yeah. And
you left all the fucking loot.
Yeah, and I had to drop Sam's it's his goblin thief character because I was going to carry him out, and then I got stuck in the passageway and had to choose to either drop him or die.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Soundwave's called it the Alien RPG. That's the first Free League game I bought. That's really good. I really like some of its mechanics, like the whole stress and fear mechanic, where once one person starts getting stressed out, they stress everybody out. Because they
literally
go full,
called Game Over, man.
They go full Hudson on them. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's too realistic. It's like my life. When I start broadcasting, everyone's like, "Hey, man, calm down. Have you ever relaxed?"
Yeah.
It's like the RPG Cold and Dark. Cold and Dark is basically Dead Space the RPG, but you could not campaign it because it's great for one-shot horror. But yeah, you're gonna die horribly very quickly.
Do they ever make like a Blade Runner RPG? Because I feel like this system would be great for that. That'd be really cool, actually.
You see a turtle on its back.
I mean, like trying to it's got the map for the city stuff, and then it's got you'd have NPCs that you're trying to hunt down to see if they're
So this is one complaint I had with this is the fact that in tactical combat, 1 hex is 10 meters.
Yeah.
So originally I was thinking what would be cool is I could use door kickers too to create indoor tactical maps.
Yeah.
But you think about it, 10 meters is almost a full building.
Yeah.
The front of my house is 8 meters left to right. So, it's pretty much, it's 1, maybe 2 hexes. So you have to almost reduce the the scale to make it work with something like that. We've wanted to have like an indoor CQB fight.
Mm-hmm.
Controlled Pairs Gaming taught me a lot about how to not enter a room.
Yeah.
Well, you could, you could add a lot of negatives to firing in close quarters. Like I don't know if they have it, but you could impose like restrictions to firing.
You go
like,
deaf, but also
less than
blind.
10 meters. Yeah.
Everything around you is covered in flaming shell casings.
Do you have ear protection? If you don't,
If you do, now you can't hear anything happening.
Yeah.
If you want to jump on the Main and Research's website and read their FAQ about using a Desert Eagle for home protection. It's hilarious. They don't recommend it.
Yeah. I imagine they don't.
I mean, the over penetration through the walls of your house is going to be.
Yeah, that's
one.
right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Along with the fact that most home invasion shootings take place in the dark, and you will blind yourself and your assailant.
unless you don't have eyes.
In which case, I think that maybe shooting a firearm at a mysterious noise you hear in the middle of the night. Look, no, listen. People who have difficulty seeing can definitely still shoot a firearm.
Yes.
Blind in the dark at an unidentified object? No, that sounds very bad.
I wouldn't
Listen,
recommend.
if you live by yourself and you haven't seen someone for 5 weeks, and then you hear a strange noise in your house,
Yeah.
Hey,
I have yet to have shot any of those strange noises, Dave.
Yeah.
I did see a great map
and
of the
you're
world
also
today.
blind, Desert Eagle, they're in defense unit.
The floor. Go
I saw a
ahead,
map today of the world where it was marked out in which parts of the world it's legal to have a gay marriage, then legally buy a rifle to protect you and your lovers, legal marijuana. Literally, it's like Canada and the west coast of the US, and that was it. That's the only places in the world we can do all three of those things.
That's
at once.
really specific, James. That's really specific.
Hey man, you got to party sometimes, you know.
It's like
All
you hear the floor settling and you blow away your refrigerator.
So what I'm hearing is Wolfgang and Gus should be moving to LA, not to Australia.
Yeah.
LA doesn't exist. It's Night City now, man. Yeah,
We just crossed 7 boundaries in that conversation.
I know. We got to do outros. Because these people don't know who we are, right? Like
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Free Leagues Press social media intern watching this has no idea who we are because we started without intros because I didn't want us to get dragged down. Hi, I'm Arthur Perkins, aka AP Gaming Real. I run the channel AP Gaming Real where we do a lot of shows and stuff. Currently we're transitioning to the 7th season of shows right now, but do a lot of tabletop RPG GMing. James is my only game master right now, who runs this game for me and also Rogue Trader, and I also do variety streaming, which now includes Farming Simulator on Sundays, which has been great because I don't know, feels like a part of my soul is lifted.
Soon to be Back for Blood, maybe.
It's very, very wholesome.
I don't know that I'm gonna have a designated night for Back for Blood, but I was thinking we could do Bros for Blood Wednesday once it comes out. Bros for Blood, yeah. You know, we could just cosplay as vampires while we're doing it and be like, yeah, what's that Taika Waititi?
What we do in the show.
In the dark. That's right. Yeah.
We'll just do that. We'll just fucking pretend we're vampires trying to survive in a zombie world.
Oh, there has to be some
post-apocalyptic vampire survival. Man, my food supply. Where is it all going to?
Just like you're constantly tempted to suck blood, but you know it's going to be absolutely horrendous.
Oh, because of all the parasites.
You have to look for survivors, and then they have to invite you in as well. Holy shit!
Daybreakers, man, that's a great film. Vampires in a post-apocalypse almost.
All right, Spoon, let's do your introduction.
I am Big Spoon. You can find me over on Twitter at BigSpoon223. I am here on Saturdays to play Rogue Trader with these guys. And then I'm also in what is coming up to be season 2 of Solaris Knights. Yeah, and then I'm usually around for the later half of Farm Simulator. I run a Pendragon game for my home group that night. So, but yeah, that's me.
Okay, Dave, what do you got?
Yo, hey, thanks for watching. James, thanks for running. This game is quickly growing on me. I hope to see more of it. So I make video games. You can go follow them if you want. My adult video games is over at Kinky Fridays on Twitter. And my soon to be new company called Scribbly Interactive is Scribbly INT on Twitter. We haven't actually started winding that up yet, but we will pretty soon. And yeah, I make video games. Buy some video games from me, please. 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 Thank you.
I have bought video games from you.
Nice.
Oh, you're talking to the audience. Of course. James, Grimdark James. What can I say that wouldn't involve mutating your name to like Grimdark Jimmy or any of the other various ways I've twisted it?
I forgot about that.
Please do an outro before anyone thinks too hard about that.
I am Grimdark James. I am a podcaster and occasional game writer. You've usually found me around here on Arthur's channel, where I also play in Cyberpunk, run Rogue Trader, and occasionally guest on other shows, including Fractal this week and Oath of Endosteel last week. But otherwise, I'm on Arthur's Discord or around on Twitter at Grimdark Podcast or at Grimdark James. But I had a good time. I thank you guys for the chance to give me a chance to try this out. I was really down with the system when I was first reading about it because I really liked the 3rd edition, but this one has really grown on me now for the things I didn't think I'd like about it. I really did in the end. So
what were those?
I felt that because 3rd edition was extremely grindy. It was very, very rules intensive, which, if everyone's in for that, can be a lot of fun. But if even a single person in the group is down in that, then it doesn't work out well. And they took a lot of that crunch out of it for 4th edition. And I was worried I'd miss that, but actually the speed of play and the abstraction of certain things has actually really worked really nicely. Yeah. So, yeah, and thanks to audience as well for checking it out too.
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. I'm just going to move to the other screen and then we're done. Have a good night or day, whatever time it is for you.
Bye.